My grandmother left me her house, but one room wasn't mine to open. I'm still sitting in my car outside a lawyer's office trying to figure out how to type this out without it sounding insane, so bear with me if it's messy. My grandmother Margaret died 3 weeks ago. She was 82, she'd been sick for a while, and honestly the family had made peace with it the way you do when someone's decline has been slow enough to watch happen in real time. What none of us made peace with was the will. Everyone in that room, including me, assumed the house was going to my Uncle Richard. He's her son. He's 57. He'd been telling people for years, in that casual way where you can tell it's not casual at all, that he'd probably end up dealing with the house when the time came. So when the lawyer, a tired-looking man named Mr. Okafor who kept adjusting his glasses like they were bothering him, said the property goes to Evelyn, the room went quiet in a way that wasn't peaceful. My mother's hand actually stopped moving on her coffee cup. Richard didn't say anything for a solid 10 seconds, which if you knew Richard is basically a scream. Then Mr. Okafor kept reading. There was a line in the will I still can't get out of my head. It said everything in the house belonged to me, all of it except the contents of one room. The blue room upstairs at the end of the hall. It was to remain locked. Margaret had written in her own handwriting apparently that the room and its contents were not to be opened, sold, or disclosed, and that if I violated this condition the house would revert to a trust controlled by Richard. No explanation. No reasoning, just a locked door and a very specific, very legal threat. I want to be upfront that I'm not a person who goes looking for drama. I'm 29, I do freelance graphic design, I have a cat, I pay my bills on time, and until 3 weeks ago the most mysterious thing in my life was why my downstairs neighbour's washing machine ran at 2 a.m, but I loved my grandmother. She was strict and private and said things like, I don't owe anyone an explanation for my own house, but she also used to call me every Sunday just to ask what I'd eaten that week, and she remembered things about me that even my mother forgot, like which of my ex-boyfriends had a lisp, and which one had a dog he liked more than me. She was sharp. She kept everything, photographs, letters, ticket stubs, newspaper clippings, in labelled boxes in the attic like she was building an archive of a life she expected someone to eventually go looking through. So when she leaves me a house with a locked room and a legal clause basically daring me not to open it, I don't think, oh, that's just grandma being eccentric. I think she wanted me to find something. She just needed enough time to pass or enough distance from Richard before I did. I moved in about a week after the funeral. The house is out past the edge of town, the kind of property where your nearest neighbour